Hey, welcome to the show. I'm AJ Williams, Saving Lives Inc. And today we have a great show. We'll be right back. Well, hey, welcome to the show again. I'm AJ Williams. The show is Saving Lives Inc. The name of the show is the Vet Met Report. About veterans, mental health, medical, economic, and technology. Well, I guess this is about our third week. We went over several things. Healthcare, one of the big things that I guess surrounds vets and their families. But it all falls under the benefits, and doing a little research and speaking, and with that I'm still getting my clearance with the VA, so it's going to take a little while so I can have some guests out here and so forth. But we'll go on. Soldier must go on and complete the mission. And the big thing is about the benefits, whether it's health care, whether it's about the money, whether it's about the housing. And under the benefits package, I didn't really realize that till you really get into it. Like I say again, you get to dig and research and bang in your head. There's about 19 different programs the VA has for the vet. Some of them new, some of them old. I was just looking through their brochure. One of the big ones is the compensation and pension. They even have bonuses. They have the education and training program. They have the employment benefits. They have, of course, the health care. Of course, they got the other subtitles like for the woman's veteran. They have the burial benefits. They have housing benefits. They have the Illinois Veterans Homes, which we talked a little about that, the HUD VASH and so forth. They have even benefits for camping, fishing, and hunting. They have benefits for transportation. They have a program where the Veterans Conservation Corps helps with vets. They even have a Veterans Cash Grant. We will get to that. I know everybody's like, man, AJ, the cash, we need to know. Of course, we talk about the Military Family Relief Fund, some of the support, the SSV, whatever. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. We have the incarcerated veterans, because we have soldiers from way back that didn't get some of the benefits or didn't know about some of the benefits that were out there that are here now. So they kind of dropped the ball. They dropped the ball itself, so they got mixed up in some stuff, and hey, it is what it is, and lucky the VA picked up and say, hey, let's try to be, instead of just being reactive, let's be proactive, and let's help these vets. You even have, down at the DMV, they have special licensing plates for that. So they have the VA hospitals, outpatient clinics, and vet centers. They even have the VA, the cemetery things, and other resources. Now, one of the big things we're going to go over today, we have time willing in this 25 minutes or so, is the compensation and pension. I know that's one of the probably main things people want to know about. How show me the money? Well, end up looking at this one little clip, and I believe this guy probably can answer some of your questions out, and then we'll talk about it a little later in the broadcast.
You may be familiar with the VA in that there is really two types of benefits. There's one called the compensation or service-related benefit. Then there's one called the pension, or aid in attendance, non-service related. And so the question that we're often asked is, hey, can I get both of those benefits if I qualify? Well, the answer is no. You can only get one of those benefits. And what you do is you look at the various levels of those benefits, and if the compensation is higher, then that's what you get. If you could get more money with the pension, then take the pension benefits. So you only get one of those, whichever is highest. Now, sometimes what we find is somebody may have, here's a typical example, they served in Vietnam. They were boots on the ground or in what's called a brown water vessel, so they were exposed to Agent Orange. And maybe they have prostate cancer, diabetes, type 2 diabetes, neuropathy, Parkinson's diseases. There are about 14 diseases that if you have them and you were exposed to Agent Orange, it's automatically connected.
So that probably answers some of your questions, because I know everybody wants to know about the money. What about the money, AJ? Because when it boils down, without the money, usually in this society, nothing moves. Well, under that compensation and pension plan, you got the Illinois Department of Veterans Affairs helps veterans and their family members to in filing claims for both federal and state benefits. Now, under that, they have some feature programs, about 15 or so different under the compensation and pension. That's a broad program, campaign. One of them are, which the young guy you saw speak about, pension. They have a disability compensation and a disability pension. Now, the disability compensation is a tax-free benefit paid to the veteran. Now, this program helps with the injured vet and paying his taxes, or not having to pay taxes. So that's a big thing. That is great. It helps while you're on active duty. You went to training. You get paid. This helps pay, especially if you own a home. This helps, and it's tax free. That means when you, whatever money you make, whatever it is, the money you get from there does not have to show up in your adjusted income. That's awesome. Now, if you go out and, my understanding, if you go out and make any other monies, you will have to show, you will have to file. That's almost the same thing as Social Security. If you get Social Security and then you go out and make some more money, you make over so much, you will have to file, and Uncle Sam wants to know and probably wants a piece of it. Hey, it's just the way it is. It's not a utopia, it's not perfect, but hey, it's something to help the vet. That disability compensation is also paid to certain veterans with disabled from the VA health care. You may be eligible for this disability compensation if you have a service-related disability and you have to be discharged other than dishonorable. Usually if you hit that dishonorable thing and it's kind of sad, you got hurt in there and I don't know, you did something that was dishonorable and you had to, I'm not here to judge you. It's really, they have things you're going to have to go through. You're going to have to go through some other extensions to get that out. Matter of fact, we will get that before this whole season is over with this show, because that's probably where I believe I've read into some many military guys hanging out in the projects, the CHA homes, that fell into a lot of things. Hey, Officer Wins, man, I can't get any of that. I'm dishonorable, man. I was doing something stupid. And I know you're still doing it right now when I see you here in the CHA homes, and you was in the Army in the 70s. You still doing it in the 90s. Well, I'm not here to judge. Just need to get some programs, because we need that guy to become whole and become a viable and functional and law-abiding citizen, so we can have a livable society. Because when anybody says, that's not my problems, don't worry about it, it becomes everybody's problem. You know, you throw garbage out here and you don't worry, pick it up, it builds up, you get rats. Rats just don't stay at one house, they travel through the community. Just an analogy, nothing to get scared about. Oh, and one of the other features under there, the breakout features under this compensation pension, they have a disability pension. Now this is a paid to wartime vet with limited income. Now if you reach the age of 65 and you're permanently and totally disabled and your income is limited, they could give you a little boost. Hey, that's not bad. You actually eligible for this if you are discharged from service other than dishonorable condition. Again, you serve 90 days or more active duty, or at least 1 day during the period of war. It's not bad. So if you didn't go to war, but you served during that, boom. And your accountable family income falls below the yearly limit set by law. So hey, that's something to look at. Then you also had the another one, the protected pension. I really didn't get all of that, but this is a pension for beneficiaries who were receiving a VA pension on December 31st, 1978, and did not elect the improved pension. So they got to continue to be eligible, such as permanent and total disability, to get this. Then there's the death pension. Now the death pension is a benefit paid to eligible dependents of deceased wartime veterans. You may be eligible if the deceased veteran was discharged from service, again, under other than dishonorable conditions. That means you have to have, it was honorable under, you can have medical, or I've seen someone have a general discharge, but it's under honorable, it wasn't dishonorable. So long as it doesn't say dishonorable, you have a good chance of getting those benefits. And if you fall in there, you need to go ahead and apply for it. Because I know most of the time, vets, we don't know. And that's one of the things why I came up with this show, that, hey, we don't know. Nobody usually tells us. There's no system out there other than going to the VA. If you haven't gone to the VA, you don't know. And we must find that out. We must go. But hey, come, here's our info, get some information before you have to knock your head against the VA. Come on down to Saving Lives. You can go to savinglivesmental.org. Info, you can email us at info@savinglivesmental.org, or you can give us a call, 773-675-4050. Again, I would take upon myself, you can email me, awilliams64.aw@gmail.com. Come talk to me, no problem. I help you the best way I can. I'm a vet. That's why I'm here for. And no, I don't know every vet in the world. I don't know, but I'm a vet. I have a close, energy synergy. Like I have a twin, but he's not my. He's a fraternal twin. He's not my identical twin, but he's my brother. I always feel close to my family. Some type of obligation. Least I can do is put out information, direct you here, direct you there. Instead of telling you, hey, I got mine, you get yours. That is crap, They also have another breakout. It's called the Dependency and indemnity compensation, DIC, for the service-connected deaths. Now, this is a monthly paid to eligible survivors of a military service member who died of active duty for training. That means if he was in basic training, or he was out going to training, get some MOSs or so forth, you need to look at that, because you have had soldiers or military personnel that have died in training. And you're like, well, he wasn't at war. He wasn't. Wait a minute. He was on the job. Just like if I was a police officer. I'm on the job. I get paid if I get hurt, or being that I have to die or get killed, my family should get whatever the police department in the city or whoever I worked for, CHA, or I was working for Robbins, they get their monies. So you need to check it out. You don't know, give us a call, drop an email, we'll get back with you with the information. Now, under that DIC program, the dependency and indemnity compensation with connected deaths, service-connected deaths, you at least get that for, it seems like, for 10 years immediately while the guy is sick, or I guess if he's in the hospice. This is my understanding. But again, might have some professionals in here to get down to have this to the exact point. But still, give us a call. That's our info page. Let's get the ball rolling if you got some questions. If you don't ask anything, usually you don't find out anything. And I know it's being humans, we figure, nobody told me, I don't feel like I was this, I don't feel like I'm awarded that, or I should be worthy of that. It's crap. Ask the question and find out. We even have another breakout called the aid and attendance, or the household. Now, these are veterans or surviving spouse who is a resident in a nursing home or who needs regular aid from another person may qualify for this benefit. Now, that's just like we spoke last week with the support, the caregivers. This is one of the big overall, this is where that falls in at. Now, the aid and attendance is a benefit paid in additional to the monthly pension. So that means that guy has a monthly pension, and if he falls into this, the veteran requires aid of another person, especially if you have for adjusting prosthetic devices or protecting himself or herself from the hazards of his daily environment, or the veteran is bedridden and that her disability requires him to remain in bed part of any prescribed course or convalescence or treatment. Or the veteran is a patient in a nursing home due to mental or physical incapacity. The veteran is blind or nearly blind and has to wear corrected glasses 5 to 20 or less in both eyes. You can get this extra money. You can get the extra money. Now, part of the household, part of that breakout is paid in additional to a monthly pension, like the AA. The household benefit may not be paid without the eligibility of the pension. Now, a veteran may be eligible for the household benefit when the veteran has a single permanent disability evaluated at 100% disabling. And due to such disability, he or she is permanently and substantially confined to his or her immediate premises. That means you're confined to the house. You know somebody, you're working with somebody that probably can fit there, and you find out he's a vet, and you're thinking, man, I need some monies to do this and that. This might be a program to go see. And if you are going down to the VA, and you have these questions, the Illinois Department of Veterans Affairs is right next door. They have a veteran service officer over there that can answer some of your questions. I got some of this good information actually from a neighbor of mine. He works over. He's a vet. He's still I think he's a commander of a guard unit. So I was asking him while I was doing my research to find out, to get people that I wanted to interview, and he said, well, hey, I got some information I can pull down for you. So he actually dropped this in my mailbox. That's just getting out, asking the question. But again, like I'm a great advocate of, why do we have to always get out and ask the question? Like we just watched the Social Security. They have a PA guy. They put out this. They have a website. They have a Facebook, not just a website. So you got to find the website. But the Facebook is more interactive. It's ongoing. It's always popping up. You got to go search, and somebody has to bring you to a website. Websites, you got the greatest website, but if nobody's coming there and they don't know to go there, wow, it's just pretty. It's just a pretty expense they use. But hey, if you're at the VA hospital, that Illinois Department of Veterans Affairs is right next door. You can go over there, called the IDAV. You can go there and ask for a service officer, and they supposed to be the professionals about all the programs and sub-programs and little programs within programs. Because like I said, there's a gamut of things. Like I say, it's 15 of these breakout little programs. I mean, wow, it's just, but I think you should have some type of media that comes out monthly, weekly, putting this out, because you still got soldiers. I mean, we still in the Middle East. We still going on. We still in conflicts. It's an overturning rate of soldiers coming home needing some of these programs, with the old soldiers that are already out, disabled, retired, or whatever. So there's never not enough, you could say, call customers that need this information. Because we out here, we need to know. I mean, if it's an overflow of information, just an overflow of information. But somebody can always use some information. Somebody's always looking for something, or they don't know they're looking for something, or they don't know the right question until they might hear something go, oh yeah. We have Agent Orange. We have the line of duty compensation. We have the Gulf War veterans. We have prisoners of war program. We have the atomic veteran. People that was in doing research and got, they got suffered, especially some of them suffered from leukemia and cancer and thyroid, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, dealing with the atomic test stuff. And you also have the concurrent retirement disability payments. This is a program that went into effect at January 24th, so that's dealing with vets they get the disability and they retire. So there's some things to look out. And one of the last one is the combat related special compensation. You need to know. And look like we are winding down, so I will put my information page back up. That is savinglivesmental.org. Email us at info@savinglivesmental.org. Again, give us a call, 773-675-4050. Or again, you can contact me, awilliams64.aw@gmail.com. And you know what? I want to thank you for tuning in. And it's been great. So,